Hello and welcome to the Making of Little Shop on WISD TV. My name is Dale Caffey. On September the 12th, 13th, and 14th, 2013, students here at University High School performed their first ever musical production. It was the critically acclaimed Little Shop of Horrors by Howard Ashman and Alan Menken. The students did a fantastic job. And we're pleased to introduce to you some of the students and the directors who made this show possible. So sit back and relax and enjoy the Making of Little Shop here at University High School.
What'd you break now, Krellborn?
Nothing, Mr. Mushnick.
So, she finally decided to come to work.
Good morning, Mr. Mushnick.
Morning? What morning? It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Not that we had any customers. Who has customers when you run a flower shop on Skid Row?
I'm sorry.
What is going on back there, Krellborn?
Very little, Mr. Mushnick.
Audrey, you better go back there and see what he's... Audrey, where'd you get that shiner?
Shiner?
Audrey, that greasy boyfriend of yours. He's been beating on you again, hasn't he? Look, I know it's none of my business, but I'm beginning to think that he's not such a nice boy.
You don't mean nice boys when you live on Skid Row, Mr. Mushnick.
I got those plants repotted for you, Mr. Mushwa.
Seymour, look what you've done to the inventory.
Don't yell at Seymour, Mr. Mushnick.
Hi, Audrey. You look radiant today. Is that new eye makeup?
I'll clean it up before any of the customers get here.
Well, that ought to give you enough time.
Joining me now is David Ibarra. He played the part of Seymour in University High School's production of Little Shop of Horrors. We just saw the scene setter, David, and in that one you actually come out in the shop and you trip and fall and break your planting pots, I think. Talk a little bit about this performance and the fun you had putting it on.
Well, the fun in the performance that I've had trying to put it on was actually backstage. I mean, we were actually getting a little pretty wild about it, but I mean, we wanted a good show, and I mean, we couldn't wait till we did it, but now I'm pretty sure we all really want to do it again because it actually made us bond together as a group. And about the scene you talked about, I was supposed to stumble, but Thursday opening, I actually tripped because I was super nervous. But yeah.
And so you actually tripped and fell, and so you chose to do that again Friday night because the scene we just saw was your Friday night performance. And boy, I tell you what, if that was a planned fall, you did a great job of making it look real.
Well, it was planned for Friday. It was actually kind of hard. I mean, Friday I hit my kneecap on the floor on the platform, and it was bruised for Saturday, and I had to do it again. So, yeah.
Wow. You got one under your belt, and of course when we were promoting and trying to get people to come out to the performance, you were still working on it. You had been working on it since midsummer. Now you have a musical under your belt. Talk about how you felt after opening night on that first Thursday performance.
Well, after opening night, I was kind of relieved because I thought Thursday was going to be the hardest day for us since it was first night. But, I mean, we ended up pushing through. And, you know, it worked out all good. And now I'm kind of relieved because I actually get to get sleep now.
There you go. You know, if you looked out in the audience, particularly on Friday when I was there was a big crowd there. Is the bigger the crowd you perform in energy for you? Does it give the cast energy?
Well, backstage we were nervous about the crowd, but actually we had more energy going in because we knew there was more people watching us. And it kind of gave us reassurance that we'd do good because people wouldn't be here if they didn't want to watch us do a good show. So,
obviously you had butterflies in your stomach, a little bit nervous before the first show, but once you got going, once you knew, hey, I got this is going to be fun, was there a sort of a relief, or tell me how it was to be an actor in this thing?
Well, to be an actor, it was nervous at the beginning, but after I did Grow For Me, It actually got a little better. I started feeling the butterflies come out, and I was actually getting more into my character. And in Act 2, whenever I had to kiss Michael, I really didn't think about it because I was all the way in my character. But yeah, it was actually relieving and fun.
Very good. Well, I want to tell you, Dr. Kane, the superintendent, is awfully proud. She couldn't talk more about it on Monday morning during our weekly meeting. And just congratulations to you and all the cast here for doing a great job. And best of wishes in the future.
Thank you.
Okay, this is David Ibarra. Once again, he played the part of Seymour. So let's look at David right now as he sings to the plant, Audrey 2, and says, "Grow for me."
Aw, Tui, I don't know what else to do for you. Mr. Mushnick and Audrey, they just met you, but I've been going through this with you for weeks. Growing wilts? Spurt and flop? Are you sickly little plant, or are you just plain stubborn? I've given you sunshine, I've given you dirt. You've given me nothing but heartache and hurt. I'm begging you sweetly, I'm down on my knees. Now please grow for me. I've given you plant food and water to sip. I've given you potash, you've given me zip. Oh God, how I missed you. Oh, Pod, how you tease. Now please grow for me. I've given you sudden exposure to get you to thrive. I pinched you back hard like I'm supposed to. You're barely alive. I tried you at levels of moisture from desert to mud. And I've given you grow lights and mineral supplements. What do you want from me, blood? Ouch! Damned roses, damn thorns. Comes to me. Hey, look what I did, Tui. Hey, you opened up. I wonder what made you do that. Whew. Well, I think I know what made you do that. Well, I guess a few drops couldn't hurt. As long as you don't make a habit out of it or anything. I've given you sunlight, I've given you rain. Looks like you're not happy unless I open a vein. I'll give you a few drops if that'll appease. Now please, oh, please, grow for me.
And after David or Seymour sings "Grow for Me," Audrey 2, the plant, does grow and grows a lot. Of course, that plant is named after Audrey 1, and I'm with Audrey 1 right now, the performer. This is Michael Mays, and first of all, Michael, congratulations on a fantastic performance. Tell me how it felt to get that first debut under your belt on Thursday night.
A lot of nerves, a lot of jitter, and whole time in my mind I'm just thinking, keep going, and don't fall, because the hills were terrible.
Now, you were sharing something a moment ago that you were pretty much in pain all 3 nights. Talk about what happened.
The night before the show, we were rehearsing, and I'm like all prancing through on the stage and, pretending to be Audrey. And the next thing I know, I turn and my knee does not turn with me. So come to find out, I hyperextended my knee, and I was in so much pain. But, as they say, the show must go on. So the whole night, I'm just like, I was kind of limping it. I was hoping you guys didn't notice, but I finally got through.
Okay, opening night, you had the smaller crowd. Of course, you had some audience there clapping and cheering as you went on stage and off stage. But then Friday night comes, and you look out in the audience and you see a bunch of people, 400 or 500 at least. Talk about how that made you feel.
Even more nervous, especially when I had my solo. My knees were shaking like crazy, and then I look out and I see Dr. Kane. And it's like, no pressure, but there's pressure. And so the whole time I'm just thinking, love the show. Because it's like, I really wanted her to like she was the most important person to me that night. I really wanted her to enjoy the show since she is over all the fine arts department, so, and everything. So it was really important for me for her to like me and the show, so.
Right. And she has longed for this musical to come to University High School, too. We all know that it was at Waco High the first 2 years when Dr. Kane came here, and she got her wish, and, boy, I tell you what, she was all smiles Monday morning talking about it. That has to feel good to know that you entertained hundreds in the audience who gave you a standing ovation at the end of the show.
Right. And then she comes back here and she goes, I don't think I should say it, but the best word for it is it was perfect. And in my mind, I'm just like, yes, okay, she liked it. And then, you know, ever since the show, every day in school, people just come up to me, y'all did so good, y'all did so great. And of course that feels great, not to let it go to my head, but it feels really great to know that we actually entertained all these people. And, you know, we were so nervous about it, so our being our first show, so.
And just like the cheerleaders or the football team or the band or whomever, the state championship soccer team, now this musical group is part of the spirit of the school.
Yes, we have created history. And that's another thing, like we've set the record for the next people, because I'm a senior. Right. So this will be my last year doing this and my first. So hopefully we've opened up some doors for the people under us, and that'll be doing this next year, and hopefully stays here for more than 2 years.
Well, you have such a beautiful voice, Michael, and talk to me about what your future plans are. You talked about being a senior. Is acting or singing possibly in your future?
It is, but I actually want to go to A&M once I graduate because I love people. And so I'm going to A&M to be a social worker. But I'm not going to, just put my talent aside. I, of course, will continue to proceed in that direction, too. So, yes, I do plan on singing. I've never acted. I've never even thought about acting till Price asked me. So, I don't know. I'll see where that takes me.
Well, you took this character who, of course, was being abused by her boyfriend. And then you sort of, he was eaten up, I guess, at some point by the plant. And that was a good thing. Right. And then you sort of come out of your shell and become the real Audrey. Did you see yourself, did you put yourself in that sort of a character of having to go from the girl who opens the show with a black eye to one who's very confident at the end of the show?
Yes, I actually relate Audrey to me in certain situations because I once at a point in time had that low self-esteem. So it's like I can relate to her. And so it was easy to portray Audrey. And then when I think about it, where I am now from where I was then, it's like I am that strong and confident girl. So it was really easy to kind of put myself in her shoes, So, yes.
You had to sing many numbers, but probably one of the most beautiful numbers was Somewhere That's Green. Was that a song that you enjoyed singing the most, or was there another one?
I do like Somewhere That's Green, although I didn't like it when I first heard it. But after singing it so many times, I actually understood the meaning. And so I did enjoy that song. But Suddenly Seymour was the most amazing song. Like, I love that song to the fullest. So, yes, it's very heartwarming, as you can say.
Very good. Well, congratulations, Michael Mays, on an outstanding performance, and best of luck as you go on in whatever endeavor you might seek out.
Thank you.
Very good. Now let's go back and look at some more of the performance of Audrey on stage singing about Somewhere That's Green. And what was that other number you liked?
Suddenly Seymour.
Suddenly Seymour. A bit of each.
December bright. His father, he knows best. The kids want Howdy to be, and
till forever. Tell me the bad times are clean washed away.
Please understand that it's still strange and frightening for losers like I've been. It's so hard to say. Suddenly, Seymour, he purifies me. Suddenly, Seymour, show me how I can learn how to be more.
The girl that's inside you, with sweet understanding,
With sweet understanding,
with sweet
understanding,
sweet understanding. Seymour's love.
I am joined now by Gary Stout, who actually played multiple roles in University High School's production of Little Shop of Horrors. Gary, congratulations, first of all, on a great performance. You guys did outstanding. Talk about your multiple roles.
I played Orange Scrivello. He's the dentist, the semi-sadist. Well, I don't think he's a semi-sadist. I think he's a full sadist. But yeah, I had like so much fun playing the dentist. It really brought out my inner darkness and craziness. And then I played Mrs. Luce, which is no, she's the editor's wife, and she basically goes up to Seymour and is like, we want your face on the cover of Life magazine and stuff like that. And I played Skip Snip, and he's more of a like contract dealer sort of guy. And I played Mr. Bernstein, and he's like more of a TV producer, and he wanted to make Seymour a TV show for his plant and stuff. And I played customer number 1 and 2, and I believe that's it. Oh, and Patrick Martin at the end.
Oh my goodness! Now, how did you had to obviously get into different psyches and roles? I mean, is that hard to do, to play multiple roles and get into character in each one of them?
I mean, for me, it's really not, but I really don't know how to answer that question. I guess it just comes natural to me. Like, if he wants like a certain type of character, like if he wants crazy, I mean, I can do crazy. Or if he wants subtle, calm, I can do calm, and so on like that.
Very good. Well, you're multi-talented. Which one did you like the most? Which character?
Definitely Oren, the dentist.
I was gonna say, because okay, the dentist actually plays the part of Audrey's boyfriend. And an abusive boyfriend, not a very nice person.
No, he's not.
Okay, number one, how was that, playing not a very nice person and actually somewhat abusing her on stage?
Yeah, in real life, I'm really not abusive. Like, I'm not even a like mean person, and it was like hard for me at first to play that kind of character because I'm really not like used to being mean like that. But I mean, like once I got into it, I just got into it, and I was like, yeah.
Very good. Well, one of the things that I really thought was comical and very good about your performance as the dentist is that kind of mean laugh you had. Can you do that for us?
Let me see. How did I do it?
Wow. Whoa. Did you come up with that on your own? I mean, you sort of developed that as part of the character?
Yes, sir, I did.
Very good. Well, I want to say once again how pleased we were to see the performance. We were here on Friday evening to watch you in action. You looked out at the crowd and you saw quite a bit of crowd there. Were you nervous at first?
To be honest, no, I wasn't. I just like, I was in full character mode, and I wasn't gonna like let anything get in the way of that, and I just had to like stay in character and do what I had to do. Like, I don't think I was that nervous. I wasn't nervous at all. No.
Is there a future in acting for you, maybe?
Yes, actually, after I graduate, I really want to go to the Academy of Arts University in San Francisco to study for acting, and after acting, I want to go for filmmaking, but I'm gonna do acting first.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, Gary Stout, congratulations. Great job.
Thank you.
Okay, and now let's turn away once again back to the performance of the musical and watch Gary Stout performing as the dentist and singing about being a dentist.
Little kid, my mama noticed funny things I did, like shooting puppies with a BB gun. I'd poison guppies, and when I was done, I'd find a pussycat and bash in his head. That's when my mama said,
What did she say?
she said, my boy, I think someday you'll find a way to make an appleton disease pay. Woo! You'll be a dentist. You have a talent for causing things pain. So be a dentist. People will pay you to be inhumane. Your temperament's wrong for the priesthood, and teaching will suit you still less. So be a dentist. You'll be a success.
Here he is, girls, the leader of the plaque. Watch him. He's your dentist and he'll never ever be any good. Who wants their teeth done by the more he decide? Oh, that hurts. I'm not dumb.
Oh, shut up and wide, 'cause here I come. I am your dentist, and I enjoy the career that I pick.
Love it.
I am your dentist, and I enjoy the career that I picked.
Really love it.
When I start extracting those molars,
Don't try it.
you girls will be screaming like holy rollers. And though it may cause my patients distress, somewhere in heaven above me, I know that my mama's proud of me. Oh, mama, 'cause I'm a dentist and a success. Say ah.
Aww.
Say ah.
Aww.
Say ah.
Aww.
Now spit.
I am pleased to be joined now by Jamal Wilson. Jamal played the part of Mr. Mushnick, the store owner in Little Shop of Horrors. First of all, congratulations, Jamal. Great job. How did it feel on getting one under your belt on that Thursday night premiere performance?
It was like everyone was nervous but we were all nervous, and then when the show started, the nerves just went away, and I actually had a good time doing it. It was fun.
Well, it all starts, of course, when the doo-wop girls come out and sort of sing the song, take everybody inside the shop, and then that's when the scene is set. I mean, number one, Audrey arrives late to work. Seymour trips and breaks a bunch of stuff. You're not very happy at the start of the show.
No, not at all. My business was way down in the ground, and Seymour, being the klutz he is, lost some of the merchandise, and Audrey is never on time, basically. So, yeah, it was.
At the same time, you're worried about Audrey, too, though, because you see the black eye that she comes to work with, and you know what's going on.
Yeah, obviously, it's not much so protective, but just noticing everything that's going around and going on with his employees that is happening in that scene.
Then, of course, Audrey 2 comes about, this plant that just keeps growing and growing and growing. And all of a sudden, you go from sort of being that poor business owner in a bad place of town to somebody who's potentially going to make a lot of money.
Yeah. It was kind of hard taking on that role, though, because I had never been like the mean person. It's like I had to adapt to like just saying stuff and not having a conscience about it. But that's not me in like really, but all of that, and it was fun to take on the persona of a, you know, crabby old man, and then he began to how do I say this? He began to be happier when the business started to take off. Right. So yeah.
And that's, you hit on something there. It's part of being an actor is being somebody totally different on stage than you are in real life. Was that the case in some of this?
Yes, it was the case in all of it. David, he's a really cool and fun-loving person, and to see him like totally change into the nerdy little geeky person, it was fun. And Audrey, she's like all I wouldn't say not innocent, but like she's Michael, and she's a great person off stage, and then she like turns into this little innocent, like ditzy kind of a person, and yeah, I mean, like they all pulled it off well.
At one point during the performance, you want to adopt, and do in fact adopt, Seymour for obvious reasons. Talk about that.
So the reason I adopt Seymour is because I want money, basically. And I was always money hungry, and the plant just kind of fed into that. So once the plant started growing, people started to come in, buy plants, and the money started coming in. So basically, I was the, hungry person, money hungry.
Sure. I mean, you're saying you're going from poor to riches overnight almost.
Yeah, and it was kind of fun to personify that, and it was different.
Well, I want to say congratulations once again on a fantastic performance. You got a musical under your belt. You want to continue doing this stuff, don't you?
Yes, I do. Broadway is in my future plans.
Very good. Thank you so much, and best wishes. And now we're going to once again go back to a scene from the performance when Mushnick and Son become a team.
How would you like to be my son? How would you like to be my own adopted boy? I never liked him much before, but count the cash that's in the drawer. I've got no choice, I'm much too poor. Say yes.
What for?
Seymour, I want to be your dad. I want to see you climbing up my family tree. I used to think you left a stench, but now I see that you're a minch. So I'm proposing, be my son. Mushnick and Son sounds great. 3 words with the ring of fate. So say you'll incorporate with me. A florist dream come true. Mushnick and his boy Chick you. What business will do for FT? How about it, Seymour, be my son? Just say the word, I'll have my lawyers on the phone.
Now, Mr. Mushnick, don't be rash. You always said that I was...
Oh, I was joking.
I'm joking.
Excuse the physical expression of my pride, of the sweet paternal mushiness I've held pinned up inside. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Gee.
So?
Well,
you go ahead and say it, Seymour. Tell me that you will.
Gee, I'd really like to, but...
I'll hold my breath until...
Okay, you win, I'll be your son.
Hurrah, and he'll be my my son.
Drop the papers that I touched, I really am. And when you reach age 83, I'll let you come move in with me.
You swear?
I promise.
What a son.
Mushnick and son, that's officially I'm your brat.
Consider the matter closed and done. Now to the world, let's stick our senior and junior stick through thin and through thick, through sloppy and slick.
So come kiss me quick.
Oh, please don't make me sick. Mushnick and son.
I am pleased to be joined now by two of the doo-wop girls in Little Shop of Horrors. This is Rama Stewart, this is Ice Fabian, and they were the ones that sort of started the show with Little Shop of Horrors. Talk about this whole production. Now that it's over, you're looking back and you're seeing what you were able to do. Talk about what you're feeling today.
Personally, I'm feeling today very excited and very happy that I was able to be a part of this. This is the first musical production I've ever done. I'm really new and everyone here is so experienced. And so I was kind of afraid that I wouldn't be able to live up to their standard because they have a really high standard. Because our teacher, Mr. Price, he's like, if you're horrible, he'll let you know right off the bat. So sometimes you're afraid to make a mistake. But I think at the end of the day, I'm really excited to do it. How about you?
Well, I feel so accomplished that it's already done and that there's no attitude going on no more. And, and yeah, I feel really happy that it's over because it's tiring, but it's fun.
It's tiring, fun, but you did something special for this school, something that's never been done before. You made history. How do you feel about that, Ice?
I feel great.
I feel really accomplished and really glad to be a part of this. Again, this is my first musical ever, like ever in front of actual people other than my family. So it's really fun, and I definitely would do it again.
Well, talk about the doo-wop girls. I mean, you had to play some old 50, sort of sounding 50, 60-ish. Was it tough to learn those songs and the harmonies?
It wasn't as hard because I had been there from the beginning, but she had came in a little bit later, and so we sing the same part. So if when you see the musical, we're mostly try to be together so we can harmonize, and that's how we learned to harmonize together because we had practiced our songs and our pitches together, and it was really different for me personally. I take piano, I don't even take theater, but it really helped me because I learned how to read the music there, and so when Ice came along and got a chance to work with us even more so, it just made it that much better because I think I'm really growing as a singer, and then her there is just like bam, it's like dynamite. It's amazing. It's really fun.
Good. And Ice, of course, you look out, and on Thursday night you girls have to open the show, okay? So I would think you had more nerves maybe than anybody because you're the one that gets the show off the ground. Talk about what you were feeling on opening night.
Well, on the opening night, I'm really nervous, and I feel scared that maybe no people will go and watch us, but I feel really surprised that they are all there, and on the second night, everybody's there, the house is full, and I'm so happy about that. Well, the judges are there too, and I'm really nervous and happy.
Good. And again, she's talking about that Friday night performance. You had like 500 or so in there, and you girls had to start it off with Little Shop of Horrors. Talk about what you were feeling, Rama.
I was feeling just like her. I was really nervous, and like in the back, we were like rehearsing, kind of go over some of the notes and stuff before we went up there, kind of to get us looser, more confident, more exciting. And when you saw those dresses, how can you not be excited to wear those? So we were really excited about that. I remember we were just having fun in the back, and then when we said Little Shop, we put on our game faces and just went out there and did the best we could. So
at one point during the performance, you girls had to be on a high platform overlooking the set or the shop. How was that done, and was that nerve-wracking?
That was kind of done actually kind of later because we had already did the whole entire play or musical down pat, that was kind of adding just for extra emphasis and extra fun. And we were both, I know we were both really scared up there because it's
shaking and wobbling, shaking, and all of us keep moving because they're nervous. They were like, "Oh my God, it's so high! I can't even." Yeah, they just keep doing that.
And we were in the dark too. Like we were going up high things in the dark.
And
that was scary.
Wearing heels.
Heels. So we were troopers. Okay,
Right.
we were troopers.
Because you were in the dark until obviously the spotlight came on and revealed where you were. Thought it added really a dramatic effect.
I think so too. It was really fun, and I probably would be scared to do it again. But the next time we get a chance to do something like this, I think we'll be a lot more confident about it because we'll be like, yeah, we've done that, been there,
So I see another musical or other performances in both of your futures?
For me, hopefully so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I will be in the musical as well as her, because we will audition for the one act.
One act?
Yeah.
One act plays coming up. Well, congratulations, ladies, on a fantastic performance, and a great job as the Doo-Wop Girls. Thank you. And now let's take a look at all of the Doo-Wop Girls in action.
Little shop for horrors, little shop for terror, call a cop. Little shop for horrors, no, oh no. Little shop for horrors, watch you pop. Little shop for terror, watch them drop. Little shop for horrors, no, oh no. Shingly, shingly, things will be happening. Look out, look out, look out, look out. Shang-a-lang, shang-a-lang, dragon the air. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sha-la-la-la, stop. Don't you move the thing. You better, telling you better. Tell your mama something's gonna get her. She better, everybody better beware.
You go
downtown where the folks are broke. You go downtown where your life's a joke. You go downtown where you buy your token. You go home to Skid Row, home to Skid Row.
Yes, you go
Downtown where the cabs don't stop. Downtown
where the food is slop.
Downtown where the hotbeds flop in the snow. Down on Skid Row. Uptown you cater to 1,000,000 trucks. Uptown your messengers and mailroom clerks. Eating all your lunches at the hot dog carts. Your bosses take your money and they break your hearts. Uptown you cater to 1,000,000 whores. You disinfect Terrazzo on the bathroom floors. Your morning's tribulations, afternoons of curse. And 5 o'clock is even worse.
That's when you go
Downtown, where the guys are drips.
Downtown
Where they rip your slips.
Downtown
Where relationships are no go. Down on Skid Row.
Down on Skid Row.
Joining me now are 3 students who made Audrey 2, The Plant, come to life. This is Romello May, this is Jeremiah Saldana, and Angel Zapata. And first of all, we're going to talk to Romello because, Romello, you were the voice of Audrey 2, and I would never have thought you would have been the voice because it was one of those deep voices. Feed me. Talk about what you had to do.
I have to channel really like a man, like a really deep man, like, and just open up really and just sing and go all out with it.
What was that your choice to be somebody who was heard but not seen?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I was getting prepared for it, so yeah, pretty much.
How fun was it to be the person who got to do the feed me?
Yeah, backstage I was having fun because I had a mic stand and I was just talking and I was singing along with it and it was just fun. I just acted it out.
Well, talk about being a part of this thing. Obviously, you weren't on stage, so you knew there was a crowd out there, but were you still nervous all the same?
Yes, especially the day my mom came because they never heard me sing, like really. But yeah, I was still nervous. I knew we still had a crowd and we had to do what we had to do.
Okay. And as you're singing, it's somebody else's job to sort of move the mouth of the plant, and that's what Jeremiah did and Angel did. First of all, Jeremiah, let's talk about what you had to do as being the operator of Audrey 2.
It was at first it was kind of hard, but then it got easier as I started working with it, and most of the stuff that I did the first night that we did it was kind of just thrown in there because I didn't really rehearse all of that, but it was just a fun experience.
But you try to move the mouth of the plant according to her words, right?
Yes. It was kind of hard trying to mix it up with his voice since I came in and I didn't really know the script. So when me and him were working it in, it was kind of a challenge at first, but then after I learned the lines and heard him singing and everything, it got easier.
Very good. Which plant were you operating?
I was Audrey 2 Part 3, the one that was sitting in the pot.
Okay. So it's still in the growing stage there. It's beginning to grow, but it's also very hungry at that point too.
Yes. It was fun getting to do all the movements and everything with during the song, as when I was dancing around and doing all of it was fun. I enjoyed myself.
Very good. Going to move now and talk to Angel because you had a job later on in the performance with a much bigger plant. Tell me what you had to do.
Well, I had a mouth the big plant, which was really kind of hard. It was kind of heavy, so like try to lift it, and it was like it was hard.
Yeah.
And then I kept getting tired, but it was a fun experience. I enjoyed the play and everything.
I bet you were ready for Romello to get through talking so you could get some rest, huh?
Yes, sir. It was really kind of hard, but after that, I kind of like memorized when he was going to talk and when he was going to sing. I just started going with it.
Very good. Did you have fun?
Yes, sir. I had lots of experience and fun.
Very good. Now, I would think that a job like yours and Jeremiah's was not exactly cool. Talk about how that was being inside the plant.
Oh, it was very hot. It was like at least 110 degrees. You was just sweating, just dripping, and ooh, almost fainted in there once.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Well, somebody had to do the dirty work, and you guys did a great job.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Very good, Angel. Jeremiah, I'm going to ask you the same thing. Was it hot?
It was hot. Like, I was in the smaller plant, so my face was right up against the fabric, and it wasn't the best smell in there, so I had to breathe through my mouth, and just the breath coming back at you, it just made it hotter and hotter, so it was hot.
Well, you guys did a great job. You got it under your belt. Are you happy you did it?
Oh, yeah, I'm happy. It was fun.
A lot of fun. Especially on Friday night. You look out and see the crowd, or I guess you could see the crowd from where you were.
I kind of could. It was kind of hard to see through the fabric, but yeah, it was fun.
And a final word from Romello. Maybe you can just do the old feed me line.
Okay. Okay.
Feed me! And let's take a look at that scene right now.
Feed me! Food! Food! Food!
Lay off, Tui. Can't you see I'm busy?
Tough titty!
Watch your language!
Grab!
Give me a break, will ya? I gotta finish my speech for the lecturing tour. It's all about you. Give me some peace and quiet or I'll tell them the truth.
Don't get cute with me. I made you and I can break you.
Then go ahead and break me. You think it's easy living with the guilt?
Oh, cut the crap and bring on the meat.
If only you'd eat me. If only you'd touch a mouse or flies, but no, you're so particular.
Come on, crab on, feed me. I ain't ate this much, nigga. That was a week ago.
Look, just hold out one more night, will ya? Life magazine will be here in the morning to take our pictures.
And then you'll find me somebody.
Then you'll never go hungry again. I promise.
Tell time, crab on, food.
Oh my gosh, you're driving me crazy. For God's sake, just shut up, will ya? Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up!
Seymour, what's the matter with you?
What's the matter with me? Don't you think I know it needs food? Don't you think I know it needs to eat? And soon? Don't you think I haven't been trying to think of someone, some way, something?
Seymour, you're hysterical. And what's with a little plant food? I think running this business all alone is too much for you. When did Mushney say he'd be back?
What?
You know, in the note he left you where he mentioned going to his sister's?
Oh yeah, in Czechoslovakia. Right. He said he could be gone a very long time. Audrey, can I ask you something?
Anything.
Say if there was to never even be an Audrey 2, would you still like me?
I still love you, Seymour.
Then it's settled.
What's settled? A gun?
And bullets? And rat poison? And a machete? Tomorrow morning, you know who bites the dust?
Seymour.
Right. They'll take our photos. We'll be famous. I'll take that TV job, and we'll live a nice, quiet, normal life together. No more knife feedings, and no more squalling for blood.
What feedings? What blood? Bullets? Knives? Rat poison? Seymour, you're scaring me.
Audrey, there's nothing to be scared of. I'll take you to that little development you've always dreamed of. We'll have a nice little house and a nice little car. And no plants at all.
Seymour, you're talking so peculiar.
Audrey, just go home now, please.
I can't leave you in this condition.
Look, don't worry about me. Don't worry about anything. Under no circumstances.
Feed me?
I will not, so stop asking.
Feed me?
Look, just give me a break, will you? You know what? How about I run down to the corner and buy you a pound of rare roast beef? That ought to hold you till Life magazine gets here in the morning.
No way.
Look, it's my final offer. Yes or no?
It's better than nothing.
Done. Fine. Great. And don't think you're getting dessert.
We have definitely enjoyed talking to many of the students who starred in Little Shop of Horrors here at University High School, and now we get to talk to the two people who really made it all a reality. The directors, the co-directors. This is Pam Bridges, and this is Glenn Price. Pam is part of the music program here, and you had a big job also that night, or all 3 nights, because you were playing a special instrument and providing all the music. First of all, talk about that.
Well, this was a little different from what I'm used to. All the musicals that I've done, I've always had a live audience, a live orchestra, and or a combo, and I've always played in that, except for 1 year I was the conductor for it. So it was very different for me to not have a piano in front of me and be able to just play. You know, when the students would get a little bit off with the music, I could always, jump to where they were. It's more difficult to do that when you have orchestra. You don't have as much freedom. So it was a little nerve-wracking for me because I wanted to make sure that I did my part correctly so that they were all together. But we made it work.
Well, you probably saw on Friday night, particularly if you peeped over the blinders that you were behind and saw this huge crowd. Yeah. You've probably done that before or had these huge crowds in your past when directing students, but did you have butterflies along with your students that night?
No, I didn't really have butterflies, not for myself. I was, I guess, maybe a little bit, concerned about how they would react when they saw that there was such a large crowd, But they did great, and they did exactly what I was hoping they would do. They played to the audience. It turned out wonderfully.
And it's amazing what a crowd can do for the adrenaline rush that those kids can get, and then they really start acting and singing.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They start playing off of each other, and there's a magic that happens, and it was wonderful.
What does putting on this musical do for a music program that's trying to grow?
Well, it creates a lot of interest. Kids come and say, well, you know, I think I'd like to be in choir. Maybe I'd like to do that, or maybe I'd like to be in theater. I think I want to look into this a little more. So we're looking for the program to grow.
Sounds like you couldn't be more proud of a group of students.
Oh, no, I'm very, very pleased with the way it turned out. Thank you.
Very good. Pam Bridges, who directs the music program here at University High School. Now the theater director is Glenn Price, and of course you had your job to do, getting these people ready and these students ready for the performance. It's over now, and you all were probably nervous on night one. So talk about all the emotions that you sort of went through between Thursday and then that final show on Saturday.
From Thursday, we had kids who were freaking out and they were upset and they were nervous. I mean, a show takes you in all kinds of emotions. But I think the kids came around and they were ecstatic and excited. And the first night they were like really nervous, but I mean, they pulled through and they did an amazing show. So I can't be any happier right now.
Well, I know that they had the smaller crowd on Thursday, and that was probably a good thing to get one under their belt. But boy, they put on a show on Friday for a huge crowd. How did that feel for you and, of course, Ms. Bridges, to look out there and see all of the support you had?
It was an amazing thing to see everyone supporting us and cheering us on. I think the biggest thing was to see the kids' eyes when they were done and be told how good it was and how marvelous it was or amazing it was. It boosted their confidence, and it just made them feel better about what they did. And so it wasn't done in vain and everything. It was great. It was a powerful moment for most of the kids.
A powerful moment also when Dr. Kane, our superintendent, comes up after the show to give praise to you and the whole cast.
That was a wonderful experience. I love Dr. Kane. She's very supportive, and thank you for supporting the arts. So I loved having this opportunity to share that with her. Also, just the fact of having the school board there, that made a big difference. Some of the kids didn't even know what a school board was. And so for them to come in and talk to us and to give a speech and everything, it meant a lot. It definitely meant a lot.
Well, from what I can tell, it meant a lot to this school, too.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I've gotten numerous emails, numerous phone calls, numerous text messages, some people I don't even know contacting me about the show and even asking about the next upcoming show. So, and kids are starting to turn around and say, hey, I want to do theater, let's get serious about this. So it's good. It's a good thing to have under our belt and to move forward with.
Well, we could certainly tell that Pamela has a lot of voices to work with in the choir program, and at least from Gary Stout's point of view, you have a lot of people to work with in one-act play.
Oh yes. We have a full season. We have a full cast. We're gonna start doing Hamlet soon. That's their pre-audition for one-act play. I have kids coming up and asking, can I audition for one act? What is one act? When is it? Can I do it? And it's exciting. It's very exciting. And the musical has changed the atmosphere in the fine arts department.
No doubt about it. Congratulations, Glenn Price. Congratulations, Pamela Bridges, for a fantastic job. And we will conclude this show by showing you another scene from Little Shop of Horrors at University High School. This is Dale Caffey reporting. Have a great day.
And then I began to think about certain things that's been happening around here. Little red dots all over the linoleum.
I spilled some Hawaiian punch and it's stained.
Pretty hard to keep things clean around here, isn't it? Especially when they only remove our garbage once a month.
What? What do you mean?
If you want something disposed of, it's best not to remove it on Skid Row.
What? Where are you going?
This, a dentist uniform.
He's got your number now.
Saw it last week and I didn't think twice.
Knows just what you've done.
And the little red dot seemed innocent enough.
Got no place to hide.
But then I catch you kissing the dentist's girlfriend.
You've got nowhere to run.
And it began to look like a motive.
He knows your life up
Once
to
he's out of the way,
right.
you move in, right?
I think it's supper time.
I'm innocent. I'm innocent.
Then how do you explain this?
Picture of a baseball cap?
Your baseball cap, Seymour. The police found it in Scrivello's office and asked me if I could identify it.
Oh, did you?
No, they don't suspect you at all, Seymour. But they don't know about the dots, the girlfriend, and the uniform.
What? I didn't do it.
Then come to the police station to tell them that.
He's got his facts all straight.
Just so my conscience can rest easy.
You know he's on your trail.
If you don't, I'll have to tell them myself.
He's gonna turn you away.
Now will you come?
They're gonna put you in jail.
Oh, okay.
He's USDA parole.
I'll lock up and we'll head over. Okay, let's go.
What? Oh, wait. Don't you want to collect the day's receipts so you can deposit them in the morning?
You put them in the safe, didn't you?
No.
Why not?
I forgot the combination.
It's thousands of dollars. Where is it?
In the plant.
In the plant?
I thought that'd be the safest place. No thief would ever think to look in there, right?
My money's in the plant. So how am I supposed to get it?
Just
knock.
Drink some tea, but gee, the feeling wasn't gone. Seymour, sweetheart, tell me, darling, what's been going on?
Hey, little lady, hello.
Who said that?
You looking cute as can be.
Is somebody in there?
You looking mighty sweet.
Seymour? Seymour?
No, it ain't Seymour. It's me.
Oh my God.
Your friendly Audrey. This plant is talking to you.
I don't believe this.
Believe it, baby. It talks.
Am I dreaming this?
No, and you ain't in Kansas neither.
Something's very wrong here.
Hey, little lady, sweetheart, would you do me a favor? I need some water in the worst way.
A favor?
Come on and give me a drink.
I don't know if I should.
Hey, little lady,
You just want water, right?
you do I
Your breasts are dry, poor thing.
no glass in your eyes.
I'll get the can.
And now it's supper time.
Oh, Seymour! Seymour, help me, please! Oh, somebody help me! Oh,
Audrey, no! Get off her! Get off her! Audrey, are you all right?
Yes. No.
Audrey, please don't die. I need you. Thousands of you. Eat it. That's what you've had mine all along, isn't it?
No stuff, Sherlock.
You're a monster, and so am I. You ain't the only thing I've ever loved.
Too bad.
Take that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that.
Give
Here,
up, Grandma.
rat poison. Eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it.
Give up, small fry.
You may be tough on the outside, but in there, in that party, I'll hack you to bits. Open up now!